Ladies and gentlemen, rejection is a part of life. Whether it's a missed opportunity, a lost job, or a woman telling you no, thank you rejection has a way of cutting deep. But tonight, I want you to see rejection not as an ending, but as a setup for something greater. When a woman comes back after rejecting you, it's easy to let your ego take over. I knew she'd realize what she missed, but the truth is deeper than that, and the real reason has less to do with you than you might think, or perhaps more. First, let me tell you something about timing. Timing is like the conductor of an orchestra. It can turn noise into music. Maybe at the time she wasn't ready, maybe her heart was healing, her focus was elsewhere, or her vision for her life didn't align with yours. When she comes back, it's often because time has given her clarity, space, and perspective to see you in a new light. Second, people evolve, they grow. And if you've been doing the work bettering yourself, learning, striving, you become a living testament to what persistence and self-respect can achieve. Growth is magnetic, and when she sees a better version of you, it can awaken feelings she didn't recognize before. But don't be mistaken, this isn't about proving her wrong. It's not about saying, I told you so. This is about knowing your worth, even when someone else doesn't. This is about showing up for yourself, not for her approval. Now let's talk about value. Sometimes people only realize what they have when they lose it. It's human nature. But don't let that stroke your pride too much. Use it as a reminder to cherish what's valuable to you. Here's the kicker: she might come back, not because you've changed, but because she has. Life has a way of teaching lessons the hard way, and regret is a powerful teacher. If someone comes back into your life, it could be because they've learned something about themselves, and now they see you as part of a better future. But listen closely to this part. When she comes back, the choice is yours. Are you still who she left, or have you grown so much that you're no longer interested? This isn't about winning, it's about understanding, about learning to love yourself first, so that when someone walks away, that doesn't break you, it builds you. And if they come back, well, that's just a testament to the value you always carried. Rejection is not the end of your story, it's a redirection. So when someone returns, let it remind you of your worth, but never let it define it. This speech, The Real Reason Women Come Back After Rejecting You, is an empowering exploration of self-worth, personal growth, and the dynamics of human relationships. It delves into complex reasons why someone might return after initially rejecting another, focusing on themes like timing, self-improvement, and the rediscovery of value. The tone of the speech is motivational and introspective, urging listeners to see rejection not as a failure, but as an opportunity for transformation. It emphasizes the importance of self-respect and growth, reminding the audience that their worth is not determined by others' opinions or decisions. So the speaker masterfully balances compassion and realism, challenging listeners to reflect on their own development while also acknowledging the evolving nature of relationships. With a powerful conclusion, the speech encourages individuals to embrace rejection as a stepping stone, reminding them that their value remains constant whether someone returns or not. It's a message of resilience, maturity, and the unshakable power of self-love. Rejection often feels like a personal failure, but in truth, it's rarely about you as an individual. Instead, it reflects the other person's state of mind, emotional readiness, or personal circumstances at the time. When someone rejects you, they are expressing where they are on their journey, not necessarily where you stand in terms of value or potential. Human beings are complex, shaped by their experiences, fears, desires, and current situations. When a woman says no, it might stem from reasons unrelated to your character or worth. Perhaps she's healing from a past relationship focused on her career or unsure of what she wants. These reasons are not about you, they're about her. Understanding this distinction can transform the way you perceive rejection. Rejection, in this context, becomes a reflection of timing, compatibility, and life circumstances rather than a judgment of your value. It's like trying to plant a seed in dry soil. It doesn't mean the seed is bad, but the soil isn't ready to nurture it. Similarly, rejection may mean that at that moment she wasn't prepared to receive or reciprocate what you offered. This reflection isn't limited to the other person's state. It also invites you to look inward. What can you learn from this experience? Did you approach the situation authentically? Are there areas where you can grow, not to win approval, but to better align with your own aspirations and values? Rejection, in this way, becomes an opportunity for self-discovery and self-improvement. When seen through this lens, rejection isn't a loss, it's clarity. It reveals where the other person is and gives you the chance to reassess your path. Over time, people's circumstances and perspectives change, and once didn't fit may suddenly seem like a perfect match. But the key is to focus on becoming the best version of yourself. So if someone comes back, they're meeting a person who has grown stronger, wiser, and more self-assured, not someone still seeking validation. Rejection as reflection is not about blame or inadequacy. It's about understanding that life is a tapestry of timing, readiness, and growth. Each no carries a lesson, not a verdict, and often it's a stepping stone towards something better, whether with that person in the future or someone entirely new. Personal growth is the continuous journey of evolving into the best version of yourself, shaped by your experiences, challenges, and the lessons you choose to learn along the way. When someone rejects you, it can act as a catalyst for self-improvement, not because you need to prove your worth to them, but because it's an opportunity to reflect on how you can become stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your true potential. Growth begins with self-awareness. Rejection often forces you to confront parts of yourself that you might not have examined closely before. It can reveal areas where you've been complacent or where fear has held you back. These moments, though painful, are gifts. They provide the clarity needed to identify what truly matters to you and where you need to focus your energy. The process of personal growth requires discipline and intentionality. It's about investing in your physical health, emotional well-being, intellectual pursuits, and spiritual grounding. Maybe rejection inspires you to adopt healthier habits, refine your communication skills, or deepen your understanding of your passions. Growth is not about transforming into someone different. It's about uncovering and amplifying the best parts of who you already are. True personal growth isn't about chasing external validation. It's about building a foundation of self-worth so solid that no external event, rejection included, can shake it. When you focus on growth, you shift your mindset from "what did I do wrong?" to "what can I learn?" This shift not only empowers you, but also makes you more magnetic to others. People are naturally drawn to those who exude confidence, resilience, and a sense of purpose. Growth is also about patience. The changes you make today may not yield visible results immediately, but over time they accumulate. You might develop new skills, expand your perspective, or cultivate emotional resilience. These changes shape how you show up in the world, making you more grounded, adaptable, and attractive, not just to others, but to yourself. When someone comes back after rejecting you, it's often because they've seen or sensed this transformation. But by then, your perspective may have shifted. You're no longer the same person waiting for their approval. You're someone who values yourself deeply, with or without them. Ultimately, personal growth is a lifelong journey, not a destination. Each rejection, challenge, or setback you face becomes fuel for your evolution. It's not about fixing yourself. It's about uncovering the strength, beauty, and potential that's always been there. When you embrace this process, you discover that the most meaningful relationship you'll ever have is the one you build with yourself. Timing is an invisible yet powerful force that governs the flow of relationships and life itself. In love and connection, even the strongest feelings can falter if the timing isn't right. When someone rejects you, it's easy to internalize the decision as a reflection of your worth. However, more often than not, it has less to do with who you are and more to do with where both of you are in your respective journeys at that particular moment. Life is dynamic, filled with shifting priorities, unforeseen challenges, and personal transformations. For one person, timing might mean they are focused on healing from a previous relationship, pursuing a demanding career goal, or simply figuring out who they are. For another, timing might mean they aren't ready to take on the responsibilities or vulnerabilities that come with building a deeper connection. None of this diminishes the value of either person. It simply highlights the importance of alignment. Timing acts like the hands of a clock, synchronizing moments when two people are ready to walk the same path. When the hands aren't aligned, even a promising connection may feel forced, unbalanced, or incomplete. This misalignment can lead to rejection, not because the connection lacked potential, but because the circumstances didn't allow it to flourish. It's like planting a seed out of season. No matter how fertile the soil or how carefully you tend to it, it won't grow unless the environment supports it. Understanding the role of timing allows you to step back and accept rejection with grace. It teaches you that rejection isn't always an ending. It might be a temporary pause or a lesson in patience. Timing gives room for growth, both individually and collectively. It allows people to address their personal challenges, mature, and gain the clarity needed to appreciate a meaningful connection when the opportunity arises again. Moreover, timing is a reminder that you can't control everything. You can control how you show up, how you grow, and how you love, but you can't dictate someone else's readiness. This surrender can be liberating. Instead of forcing a connection, you learn to trust the natural flow of life, focusing on becoming the best version of yourself while allowing others the space to do the same. Sometimes people return because their timing has shifted. They've grown, their circumstances have changed, or they've realized that what they once overlooked was truly valuable. But by then, you might also have evolved, discovering that your priorities, desires, or feelings have changed. This is the gift of timing. It not only reveals what is meant to be, but also shows you who you've become in the process. Ultimately, timing is everything because it aligns readiness, intention, and opportunity. When the right person comes along at the right time, the connection feels effortless, natural, and fulfilling. Until then, trust the process. Focus on building your life, pursuing your passions, and growing in ways that fulfill you. Timing isn't about waiting, it's about preparing so that when the moment arrives, you're ready to embrace it fully. Rediscovery of value is a profound and often unexpected phenomenon that occurs when someone realizes the worth of what they once overlooked. In the context of relationships, it's not uncommon for people to initially take for granted the qualities, energy, or depth that another person brings. It's only after time and distance, after new experiences and self-reflection, that they begin to see what they missed. This is the essence of rediscovery, a moment of clarity when someone recognizes the unique value that was always there. In many cases, rejection stems not from a lack of value, but from a lack of recognition. People often filter their judgments through their own experiences, insecurities, and immediate needs. At the time of rejection, they might have been focused on superficial traits, distracted by personal challenges, or unable to see how your qualities fit into their vision of what they wanted. But time has a way of shifting perspectives. As people encounter new relationships, challenges, or disappointments, they begin to compare. They might see that the things they once dismissed were in fact rare and meaningful. This rediscovery isn't about regret alone, it's about growth. Over time, people mature and develop a deeper understanding of what truly matters in a partner or a connection. What they once considered insignificant might now appear invaluable. For instance, traits like kindness, loyalty, and emotional intelligence, qualities that are sometimes undervalued in a fast-paced, surface-level world, can suddenly stand out as irreplaceable. Rediscovery also often happens when the one who is rejected embarks on their own journey of self-improvement. When you grow mentally, emotionally, and physically, you naturally become a more vibrant and confident version of yourself. This evolution radiates outward, making you more attractive and commanding attention. The person who once rejected you might see this transformation and realize that the potential they missed has blossomed into something extraordinary. It's important to recognize, however, that the rediscovery of your value doesn't mean you need to welcome someone back with open arms. Their acknowledgement of your worth is a reflection of their personal growth, but your journey has continued too. By the time they rediscover your value, you might have moved on, evolved, or found someone who recognized your worth from the beginning. This process highlights a vital truth: your value doesn't fluctuate based on others' perceptions. It has always been there, whether or not someone saw it. Rediscovery is not about validation, it's about the natural unfolding of understanding for both you and others. For you, it's a chance to reflect on your own growth and how you've continued to add value to your life and the lives of those around you. In the end, rediscovery of value is a powerful reminder to hold on to your sense of self-worth, regardless of who recognizes it or when. The people meant to be in your life will see and appreciate that value, whether from the start or through the clarity that time and reflection bring. You don't need to change who you are to gain this recognition. Instead, focus on living authentically and letting your light shine. Those who are truly meant to be part of your story will eventually see and honor your unique worth. Consistency is one of the most powerful forces in life, especially when it comes to relationships and personal growth. It is the act of showing up repeatedly with unwavering effort, integrity, and purpose. While grand gestures and fleeting intensity might grab attention momentarily, it's consistency that builds trust, shapes perceptions, and ultimately leaves a lasting impression. In relationships, consistency is the quiet strength that communicates reliability and authenticity. When someone sees you showing up day after day, staying true to your word, and embodying your values, it establishes a sense of stability. In a world full of unpredictability, this reliability becomes rare and deeply valuable. Even if someone initially rejects you, your consistent actions and character can leave a mark. Over time, they might come to recognize that while others may have spark or charm, you have something far more enduring: the ability to be counted on. Consistency is also about alignment, ensuring that your actions match your words. It's easy to make promises or display an idealized version of yourself temporarily, but true consistency means being the same person in every situation, whether people are watching or not. This kind of steadiness creates a foundation of trust, as others know that what they see is what they'll continue to get. In the context of rejection, this consistency can make someone reconsider. They might begin to see that while others come and go. Your unwavering presence reveals depth and sincerity that they hadn't fully appreciated. But consistency isn't just about impressing others, it's fundamentally about building yourself. It requires discipline, patience, and a commitment to your goals and principles. Whether you're pursuing personal growth, owning a skill, or striving to be a better partner, consistency ensures progress. Every small, repeated action adds up over time, creating significant change. It's not about being perfect, it's about being persistent. When you consistently invest in your own growth, you not only improve yourself, but also exude a quiet confidence that draws others to you. Consistency becomes even more powerful when it operates in the face of adversity. Anyone can be consistent when things are easy, but maintaining your course during challenges shows resilience and character. When someone observes your ability to remain steady, even when circumstances are tough, it demonstrates strength. It shows that you're someone who doesn't waver under pressure, a trait that's both admirable and reassuring. In relationships, this kind of steadfastness builds emotional safety. People often gravitate toward those who make them feel secure, and consistency is a key ingredient in fostering that sense of safe safety. Even if someone initially rejects you, your consistent actions and commitment to your values can linger in their mind. They might begin to see that while others might burn brightly and then fade, your flame continues to burn steadily, offering a warmth they underestimated. However, it's important to remember that consistency is not about chasing or proving yourself to someone. It's about staying true to who you are and allowing your actions to speak for themselves. If someone comes back after rejecting you, it's often because they've come to see the power of your consistent presence. But by that time, the focus shouldn't be on what they now recognize. It should be on the strength and stability you've built within yourself. Consistency is a quiet power. It doesn't demand attention or quick results, but it creates lasting impact. Over time, it weaves a story of reliability, resilience, and integrity. Whether in love, personal growth, or life itself, those who harness the power of consistency stand apart not because they are the loudest or most dramatic, but because they are the most dependable. And in the end, dependability is what leaves the deepest, most meaningful impression. Maturity and evolution are intertwined processes that shape who we are and how we experience the world. Maturity is not merely about age or the passage of time, it's about gaining insight, developing emotional intelligence, and learning to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. Evolution, on the other hand, is the ongoing journey of self-improvement and personal growth. Together, maturity and evolution help us evolve into our truest, most capable selves, capable of adapting, learning, and deepening our understanding of the world and the people in it. At the core of maturity is the ability to understand ourselves deeply and to take responsibility for our actions, thoughts, and emotions, about recognizing that life is full of both triumphs and failures and learning from each experience. Emotional maturity in particular involves knowing how to regulate your emotions rather than letting them dictate your reactions. It's about having the wisdom to choose your battles, knowing when to speak and when to stay silent, and understanding that not everything requires a response. Maturity allows you to act thoughtfully, with a sense of purpose, rather than being swept away by fleeting emotions or temporary impulses. Evolution in this context is about continuous growth. As we age and encounter new experiences, we are constantly evolving, adapting to our surroundings, reassessing our priorities, and learning from our mistakes. But evolution is more than just changing in response to the world around us. It's about deliberately seeking growth. This might come in the form of developing new skills, cultivating healthier habits, refining our emotional intelligence, or gaining new perspectives. Evolution is the process by which we move from being reactive to proactive, from being a passive observer to an active participant in shaping our own lives. When someone rejects us, it is often a moment that challenges us to look inward. Rejection can stir up feelings of inadequacy, frustration, and confusion. But in the process of maturity and evolution, we learn to reframe these moments. Instead of seeing rejection as a failure or a personal attack, we come to understand it as an opportunity for growth. Maturity allows us to recognize that rejection doesn't define us, it's simply a part of the complex dance of human relationships. Through this lens, rejection becomes a moment to reflect, adapt, and evolve. We can ask ourselves, what did I learn from this? How can I grow from this experience? The power of maturity and evolution also lies in their ability to shift our perspectives on relationships. Early in life, we might see relationships as a means of validation or security. But as we mature and evolve, we begin to understand that relationships are not just about what others can offer us, they are about what we can give and how we can grow together. This shift in perspective allows us to approach connections with a deeper sense of empathy, respect, and understanding. When someone returns after rejecting you, it's often because they've experienced a similar evolution themselves. Time and experience have likely allowed them to see you in a new light. Perhaps they've grown to appreciate the qualities they overlooked before. However, by the time they come back, you may have undergone your own transformation. You've evolved into someone who is no longer waiting for validation from others. Instead, you've developed a deeper sense of self-worth, grounded in your own understanding of your value. This evolution allows you to approach relationships from a place of self-assurance, not desperation, and it makes you more attractive not because of how others perceive you, but because of how you see yourself. Maturity also teaches us that relationships are not static, they are dynamic. People grow at different rates, and sometimes growth can take us in different directions. Maturity allows us to accept that change as a natural part of life, and evolution gives us the tools to navigate it. When we embrace both maturity and evolution, we are able to move through life with more flexibility and openness without holding on to unrealistic expectations or attachments to the past. Ultimately, maturity and evolution are about becoming a more complete version of ourselves. They empower us to let go of old patterns, embrace new perspectives, and take ownership of our growth. These qualities not only make us more resilient in the face of rejection, but they also help us build healthier, more meaningful connections with others. Maturity gives us the strength to accept what we cannot control, while evolution enables us to actively shape the future we want. Together, they guide us toward a life of continual growth, self-discovery, and fulfillment. The law of attraction is a principle that suggests that like attracts like, essentially, that the energy we put out into the world, whether positive or negative, will attract similar energy back to us. This law proposes that our thoughts, beliefs, and feelings shape our experiences and the people we encounter. It's a powerful idea that hinges on the belief that the universe responds to our vibrations, drawing towards us what aligns with our inner state. But understanding the law of attraction goes beyond simply thinking positively. It's about aligning your inner world with the outcomes you desire in your external reality. At its core, the law of attraction teaches that the thoughts we hold shape our perceptions and ultimately the world around us. If we consistently focus on scarcity, fear, or negativity, those are the experiences we are likely to draw to ourselves. Conversely, if we focus on abundance, love, and gratitude, we create the mental and emotional environment to attract those qualities into our lives. It's not just about wishing for things to happen, it's about developing the mindset, emotions, and behaviors that align with the life you want to manifest. This law operates on the idea that our vibrational frequency, our emotional and mental state determines the energy we radiate, and that energy is what attracts people, situations, and opportunities to us. To fully harness the power of the law of attraction, it's important to understand that it requires active participation. It's not enough to simply hope for the best. You must embody the qualities you desire. If you want love, you must first cultivate love within yourself, self-love, kindness, and understanding. If you want success, you must embody the qualities of persistence, confidence, and work ethic. The law of attraction is about becoming a match for what you seek. The energy you put out must align with the energy you wish to receive. This law also teaches the importance of belief. What you believe to be possible for yourself shapes what you can actually bring into existence. If you believe that love is scarce or that success is reserved for others, those limiting beliefs will become self-fulfilling prophecies. The universe, according to the law of attraction, doesn't distinguish between what you consciously desire and what you subconsciously believe. If your beliefs are rooted in fear or doubt, that is the energy you will continue to attract. But if you truly believe in your worth, your potential, and the possibility of positive change, your actions and intentions will align with that belief, creating a powerful magnet for success. The law of attraction also emphasizes the importance of gratitude. Gratitude shifts your energy from what is lacking to what is abundant. It changes your focus from scarcity to abundance, which in turn attracts more of what you are thankful for. Gratitude acts as a high-frequency emotion that sends out vibrations of appreciation, signaling to the universe that you are ready to receive more blessings. When you practice gratitude consistently, you not only improve your emotional well-being, but also amplify your ability to attract more of what you want. However, the law of attraction is not about passively waiting for things to come to you. It's about inspired action. The universe responds to your energy, but it also needs you to show up and take steps toward your goals. The law encourages you to act in alignment with your desires, which helps to bring the right circumstances and opportunities into your life. For example, if you desire a new job or a successful business venture, the law of attraction doesn't mean you sit back for it to happen on its own. You must take the necessary steps, networking, researching, and working hard while maintaining the mindset and belief that what you want is already on its way to you. The law of attraction also teaches the value of letting go. Sometimes the more you try to control outcomes, the more you create resistance. The key is to align with your desires without becoming attached to how they manifest. Trust in the process and have faith that the universe will deliver what is best for you, often in ways that are far greater than you could have imagined. Letting go of attachment allows you to remain open to the possibilities rather than becoming discouraged if things don't unfold exactly as you planned. In relationships, the law of attraction operates on the same principles. If you want to attract a loving, supportive partner, you must first cultivate love, respect, and fulfillment within yourself. Your energy will draw in others who match your vibration. The more you value yourself and operate from a place of abundance, the more likely you are to attract relationships that mirror that energy. The law of attraction reminds us that relationships are not about finding someone to complete us, but about finding someone who complements the completeness we already feel within ourselves. In the case of rejection, the law of attraction helps us to understand that our self-worth should never be dependent on someone else's actions or decisions. If you are rejected by someone, it's not a reflection of your value. It's simply a matter of misalignment. Your energy and theirs didn't resonate at the same frequency at that moment. When you embrace the law of attraction, you learn to view rejection as a redirection, a sign that the universe is guiding you towards something better. When you shift your focus from the rejection to your own growth and alignment, you not only become stronger, but also more magnetic to the right people and opportunities. Ultimately, the law of attraction teaches us that we are not passive bystanders in our lives. We are powerful creators of our reality. The energy we put out into the world shapes the experiences and people we attract. When we align our thoughts, emotions, and actions with what we truly desire, we unlock the full potential of this law and begin to manifest the life we envision. It is a reminder that we are co-creators with the universe, and with the right mindset, belief, and action, we can attract anything we truly desire into our lives. Regret is an emotion that can weigh heavily on the heart and mind, often leaving us questioning our decisions, our actions, and the paths we've chosen. It is a powerful, sometimes debilitating feeling, yet it holds within it the potential for deep learning and transformation. Regret can feel like a burden, an acknowledgement that we've made a mistake, missed an opportunity, or failed in some way. But it is also a natural part of the human experience, a reflection of our desire to do better, to make the right choices, and to avoid pain or loss. At its core, regret is a result of our internal conflict between what happened and what we wished had happened. It's the gap between our expectations and reality. We look back on situations and wonder, what if I had done this differently? Or what if I hadn't said that these thoughts are an attempt to revisit the past with the knowledge and perspective we have now, but no matter how much we wish we could rewrite history, the truth is that we cannot. Regret forces us to face the decisions we've made, to come to terms with the consequences, and to accept the reality of our choices. Despite its painful nature, regret can serve as a valuable guide for personal growth. It acts as a form of self-reflection, allowing us to understand our actions and emotions on a deeper level. When we experience regret, we are confronted with the fact that we are capable of better choices. We recognize when we have fallen short or where we could have acted with more clarity, compassion, or understanding. This awareness is crucial because it gives us the opportunity to learn and improve. Without regret, we might never take the time to evaluate our actions or consider how we can evolve. It pushes us to become more mindful in the present, more intentional in the future, and more empathetic toward others. Regret also has the power to reshape our understanding of ourselves. It helps us see our flaws and imperfections, making us more human and relatable. Often we hold ourselves to high standards, expecting perfection, but regret reminds us that we are not immune to mistakes. Embracing regret allows us to forgive ourselves and accept that we are works in progress. In doing so, we let go of the unrealistic expectations that can hold us back and create space for self-compassion and healing. Regret doesn't need to define us. It is simply a moment in time, a learning experience that enriches our journey. However, the role of regret is not always positive if we allow it to consume us. When we get stuck in regret, it can spiral into a cycle of self-blame, guilt, and shame. Instead of using regret as a tool for growth, we may use it as a source of torment. We may ruminate over the past, endlessly replaying our mistakes without learning from them. This can lead to feelings of helplessness, despair, and stagnation. The danger is not in regret itself, but in how we handle it. If we become too attached to what we wish we had done differently, we risk losing sight of the present moment and the potential for growth that exists right now. The key key is to allow regret to serve as a guide, not as a prison. It's about learning to process the emotion, acknowledge the lesson it offers, and then release its grip on our lives. One of the most important aspects of dealing with regret is practicing acceptance. Accepting that we cannot change the past frees us to focus on what we can control, the present and the future. Instead of dwelling on missed opportunities, we can use the insight gained from regret to make more informed, intentional choices moving forward. Regret can be a catalyst for action if we allow it to push us toward positive change rather than keep us trapped in a cycle of despair. In relationships, regret plays an especially complex role. It's easy to look back on a failed relationship and wonder what could have been done differently. If only I had communicated better, or if only I had been more patient, or common refrains that echo through our minds after a breakup. Regret in these situations can prompt us to reevaluate our behavior, our needs, and our boundaries, helping us grow emotionally. It might also teach us about what we truly value in a relationship, guiding us toward healthier connections in the future. Yet, if we allow regret to dominate our thinking, it can distort our perspective, making us focus only on the past rather than moving forward with the wisdom gained. One of the greatest gifts that regret can offer is the opportunity for reconciliation, not just with others, but with ourselves. We may regret how we've treated people, how we've handled certain situations, or the opportunities we've missed, but through reflection and growth, we can make amends. Sometimes this means reaching out to others to apologize, but more often it means learning to forgive ourselves and accepting that we did the best we could with the knowledge and understanding we had at the time. Self-forgiveness is a crucial part of healing from regret, allowing us to release the guilt and shame that may weigh us down and create space for personal growth. Regret can also deepen our empathy. When we've experienced the pain of regret, we can better understand and relate to the struggles of others. It allows us to see that everyone makes mistakes and that no one is immune to the harshness of self-reflection. This shared experience of imperfection can foster compassion and understanding, helping us approach others with more kindness and less judgment. Ultimately, regret, when handled constructively, can be a transformative force. It can guide us toward greater self-awareness, growth, and understanding. It teaches us to embrace our mistakes as part of our journey, reminding us that we are constantly evolving. While regret may never be a pleasant emotion to experience, it is a vital part of life's learning process. It holds the potential to shape us into better versions of ourselves, and if we allow it to, it can propel us forward with greater clarity, wisdom, and resilience. In conclusion, the journey of life is full of complexities, rejections, regrets, and challenges that test our resilience, yet also shape our growth. Each experience, whether it be the sting of rejection, the weight of regret, or the struggle to find our place in the world, offers us valuable lessons that refine our character and illuminate the path forward. Rejection can be the catalyst for reflection, propelling us toward personal growth and evolution. Regret, while painful, teaches us to embrace our flaws and learn from our mistakes, encouraging us to act with greater intention and mindfulness. The law of attraction reminds us that the energy we project into the world is the energy we draw back to ourselves, and when we align our thoughts, beliefs, and actions with our desires, we become magnetic to the opportunities we seek. Through maturity, consistency, and self-awareness, we evolve into individuals capable of attracting not just what we want, but what we truly deserve. As we move forward, let us embrace each setback as a stepping stone, each moment of regret as an opportunity for self-improvement, and every challenge is a lesson in perseverance. The power lies not in avoiding rejection or regret, but in how we choose to respond, learn, and grow from them. The journey is not about achieving perfection, but about continually evolving into the best versions of ourselves, aligned with our truest desires and most authentic purpose. And in doing so, we attract the people, opportunities, and experiences that resonate with our highest potential. Remember, life is not about avoiding the struggles, but about how we rise from them, how we continue to grow, and how we allow our experiences to shape us into the individuals we are meant to be.